Hey friends, today's video we are talking about 8 things I do every single day on Poshmark and eBay to have consistent sales. If you want a little checklist I have created, that's not it, and that's also the wrong screen. If you want a checklist, I do have them for sale. You can go in and print them off, or you can just have the PDF to help you track and manage what you should be doing every day. I have a checklist and it helps me get all of my to-dos done before I move on to the next thing. The first thing that I do, and honestly, friends, is make sure that you're set up for success. You cannot have consistent sales if your store is not healthy. And I'll link a video up here on how to make sure that your eBay store is healthy and that you have the correct numbers for the goal that you want. So we're going to look at the golden formula for resellers really quick to make sure that you guys are set up for success. And then I'll talk about the things that I do every single day to make sure that my sales are consistent. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is the Sarah Styles Sales and Trends. No, that's wrong. This is the Sarah Styles golden formula. You can purchase it down below. I'm going to have the platinum formula coming out, or just came out depending on when I get this video uploaded. But it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do to make the money that you want to make. Oftentimes I talk to people and they say, hey, I'm not making this money. I'm not getting consistent sales. I want to be making this amount of money. What am I doing wrong on eBay? And part of it is, are you set up for success? If you want to sell 30 items a month and you only have 10 items for sale, you're not going to be able to do it because you just don't have the numbers there. So the first thing is figuring out, do you have the numbers set up for the goal that you want? So this is the golden formula. It's basically just what you need to do to hit your gross revenue, right? You have your sell-through rate, which is how many items you've sold out of how many that you have for sale. This is a way to put a rate to the items that you're selling. You have your active listings. This is how many items that you have for sale. And then your average sale price. Once you have the variables on the left side of the equation, you can now figure out how to make the gross revenue that you actually want to make. Putting it into a spreadsheet for you, I do all of that math so that you guys figure out exactly what you need to do. So you can go in here and say, hey, my sell-through rate on average, I'm selling 15%. That's not a percent. So if this runs into the issue, now that's 15,000. There we go. 15%. So on average, I'm selling 15% of my inventory. That means if I have 100 items for sale, I'm selling 15 of them a month. My average sale price on average, let's say they're selling for $33, and then I want to make $1,000 a month. That means you need to have 202 items available. If you don't have all of these numbers, no matter what you do, no matter what tips I'm about to tell you, you're not going to make this money because you simply do not have the numbers there to get you to the money that you want to make. So once you have your eBay store healthy, like I said, the video linked up above, and you have the numbers there, these are the things that I do every single day to have consistent sales and hit my goals. The first thing is list daily. And the reason for this is not because there's some like algorithm boost and not because eBay likes it when you list daily. It's because of buyer behavior. Buyers like seeing new inventory. Buyers like, especially savvy buyers, if you're in collectibles or someone has maybe a saved search, they're searching by just in. They're searching by newly listed. So listing every single day gives you more opportunity to have more buyers. The algorithm aspect of this, it doesn't necessarily like that you're listing every day. When an item is newly listed, the algorithm, whether it's Poshmark, whether it's eBay, whether it's Etsy, all of these different places, the purpose of them having an algorithm, the purpose of the algorithm is to get the items sold. So when an item's new, the algorithm, the platform needs to figure out, okay, who do I need to put this in front of to get it sold? So when you newly list an item and you have a new item, it's getting put in all kinds of different places within the platform, within Google, to figure out where is the most success to get sold, right? They want to make money, right? And so newly listed is going to give you the most exposure in the very beginning as well. Doing this every single day. If you cannot list every single day, you can do relisting and delisting, which is actually my tip number 2. So I do list every single day. I do bank my drafts so that I always have items available. I'll link a video up here of that process, but I make sure that I do list every single day and have new inventory. However, I also, and this is the next tip, is I also relist and sell similar. So relist, delist is going to be a term for Poshmark. Sell similar is going to be a term for eBay. If you use like a third-party software like List Perfectly or Vendor or whatever it is, you can do it within there. I relist and delist using Poshmark VA. So there is a link down below, and this is a bot, a third party that you put on your Google Chrome, and it does a lot of these for you and automates a lot of these things on Poshmark. There's a coupon code down below if you guys want to try it out. That's going to automatically do it. I hit a button and I do 40 every single day. It takes my oldest listings, it ends them, and it makes them new. So now they are newly listed items. I do the same thing. Unfortunately, it's not quite as easy on eBay, but I go in and I end my oldest items and then I sell similar. So sell similar is going to be different than relisting. Your items are going to, if your items are relisted within eBay, they have the same item ID. eBay is keeping all of the data, is keeping all of the information. It already knows its listing. It already knows where to put the listing. It already knows that, hey, I've put it there and it didn't get good traffic. Hey, I've had it for a year and it hasn't sold yet. I'm going to stop showing it to people. Obviously, nobody wants to see this and buy it. I'm going to show them something that they might want to buy, right? So that's with the relisting. Sell similar is actually ending the item and you sell it similar, which is keeping the exact same listing and just making it a new item number. Oftentimes I will go in there and update it though, right? Like check the comps again. If there's maybe it could have been a dress or a sweater because it's a sweater dress, I will update the category. It didn't sell before, so what can I change about the listing that gives it a better chance to sell now? The fourth thing that I do is send offers. You'll have to figure out which strategy works best for you. I do have a video up here on eBay strategies for sending offers. I have a really old video for Poshmark sending offers as well. On Poshmark, I use Poshmark VA. Again, you can send offers. There's two different ways that you can send offers, is either sending it directly after someone likes an item. You can say 10 minutes, you can say 15 minutes. You can set different parameters around that as well. I don't want to send items. Poshmark VA has a lot of different parameters. You can do it for the delisting as well. Anything that's over 60 days or whatever it is, you can go in and set some of the parameters. So I send it after 15 minutes. And then they also have an option where you can go in and send bulk offers to like your entire closet or all of the likes in the past day or whatever it is. And I'll usually do that maybe once a week, once every couple weeks at a higher discount. But I send offers after 15 minutes on Poshmark. On eBay, again, it's not as automatic, but I do try and do it on the computer, because the thing with the computer is you can then send a coupon, and I'll link a video up here about the different coupon options on eBay that you can do, but you can send a coupon on it. So I do prefer to do it on the computer. However, I'm in a very highly saturated market, and so I try and get to it as soon as possible, because I don't want people are going to go into like a couple different items, and if someone else they're likely going to find my exact item by another seller as well, and so I want the highest chance of getting to them before another seller does. That being said, every couple hours I will do it on my phone if I cannot go in and get it on the computer, so that I can get them quickly. The next thing is going to be share your Poshmark closet. This is the way that your items are seen. Some of it's the algorithm, but in Poshmark, it is about being at the top of that search, the top of the just in and just shared. Share your Poshmark closet. Again, I do this. I have 22,000 items. If I was manually sharing them, that's all I would do all day. I use Poshmark VA. You can schedule it. You can set it to do edit next list, to where it's like refreshing it. You can set lots of different parameters. Share to the party, and so I like that you can schedule it and forget about it. I will say do not exceed 10,000 shares. Poshmark and Poshmark VA, I think, has kind of gone through and said, hey, that's what we recommend. So I try and keep it under that. It's going to depend on how big your closet is, on how many times a day that you can share. Answer questions promptly. That's the next item. Even if you cannot get to the answer, I've had people ask me a question, hey, does this have or what is this measurement, or am I looking at this right? Something that I need to look at my inventory and I'm not around my inventory. I don't just ignore it. I respond and say, hey, I'm not around my inventory. I should be there this afternoon. I will gladly look at it for you this afternoon. And I've had multiple people tell me, hey, I waited for your item because you provided such good customer service and you got back to me very quickly. I'm going to purchase your item strictly because of that. So even if you can't get to it quickly, respond. Even if you don't have the answer, respond, provide good customer service. Not only is it going to help you make a sale that day, it's likely going to have them become a repeat customer if you're in a niche. If they have good customer service, they're likely going to remember that and come back. Good feedback as well. All things that help you have consistent sales. Ship daily. If you can. I understand this is not for everybody because of the business that they run, their side hustle, they can only ship every couple of days, or they have a storage unit they can't get to. I get it. If you can ship every day, do whatever you can to make this possible. For me, it was working on a lot of my back end processes so that I can ship quickly. I spent, I'm going to say last year, but it was probably actually the year before, maybe depending on when this video comes out. I spent 2021 working on my processes. I got my shipping from 5 minutes an item down to 2 minutes an item with no stress. Maybe 3 times last year I had to spend, or 2022, maybe 3 times I had to figure out and search for an item. Work on your processes. I will link a video up here of my processes, my shipping process, all of my processes. But if you can work on your processes to where I shipped when I had COVID because it takes me 2 minutes, right? I don't miss a day of shipping because it takes me 2 minutes. Even if I have 10 sales, that's only 20 minutes out of my day that I can ship because of my processes. This is going to help with your sales, not because there's a box that's checked. It's going to help with your sales because of buyer behavior. Buyers want to see that you're going to ship every single day. They will likely come back, or they are more, not likely, but they are more likely to come back if they have good customer service, if they get their item, if shipping is prompt. That's something that is going to aid in customer service. It's not about checking a box on the algorithm. It's about buyer behavior and making those buyers happy, getting good feedback so that when new buyers are looking and they're looking at the feedback, they will see feedback from previous buyers. It all goes together. And then lastly, Poshmark follow, share, return activity. I'm going to link a playlist, or I'm going to link a video up here about the Poshmark algorithm and the things that you should be doing on Poshmark that are going to help with that algorithm. But the things that I do, and again, Posher VA does all of this for me. I just set it up and let it do it. I follow back people, new closets, new people, share, return, share their items, and then return activity. If you guys like this video, make sure to check out this playlist. YouTube thinks you might like this video, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube memberships to learn how to make money reselling.